All right, shalom, shalom. First thing and foremost, I want to give all praises and glory and honor that's due to Yahweh Bashim, Yahweh Shai Bashim Kakwadash. Double honors to the elders, the apostles of Great Millstone. Blessings be to the hopeful elect, those in the gospel of God, lifting up the standard of Yahweh Bashim, Yahweh Shai, wherever it may be. This is just a quick lesson through the Spirit, more on rethinking the dollar. Apostle Tahar went in on it, and he offered some insight on this guy, that he gives out good information and on how Israelites have been, going on his page and, typing various comments and, certain brothers calling in to really break down what's happening, because what what's this guy's name? Mike, what he fails to realize is that the Most High is going to take this place out, because I've listened to a few of his podcasts and they are informal, they are information based. It's a lot of good information that they that he brings out. But when you think about it, this is the information we've been bringing out for a long time. Okay, now whether he watches the Israelites or extrapolated some information from our a doctrine, whatever, he could, because he goes into the dollar, we goes into the collapse of the dollar. We got brothers that's heavily knowledgeable on the economy and the economics against this world, the geopolitical systems, etc. Myself included. I'm not claiming to be the most profound in knowledge when it comes to these things, but I do have a great, or a rather ideal sense of what's going on. I can explain it to some degree, though I'm not an expert. But what I notice is the fact that Mario seems to want a better day here in America, and what he has to understand is that the Most High is going to take this place out because of the sins that is committed against the children of Israel, man, the so-called Negro, Hispanic, and Native Americans. And it was spiritual because a brother called in on that on his platform and told him just that. Though he stated the Israelites were out there on the corners teaching the word, he didn't necessarily say they were the so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. And I kind of understood why he probably didn't go into that, because that alone stirs up controversy, and he was just giving an insight on what's going to happen in the world. He didn't really navigate on the fact that they're blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, but he did tell them that, look, he can look up the Israelites, they on YouTube, they on the streets, etc. And I'm pretty sure, he'll put two and two together from that point, because it is a lot of Edomites, it is a lot of Jakes that calls into the shows, etc. So, and that's just what it is. So, like the apostle said, hopefully this guy can really wake up and smell the coffee. But, he's into that Christian doctrine, and the Christians don't teach America's going to be destroyed. And in fact, they're hoping for a spiritual intervention for the Most High to heal Babylon, but the Most High is not going to heal this place, okay? So this is the book of Revelation. Matter of fact, let's get Jeremiah 50th chapter, because the Most High is getting ready to take this place out, man. I mean, that's just bottom line. The Lord's getting ready to take this place out in something awful. All right? So this is the book of Jeremiah 50, and I'm going to start at 51. Yep, 51, and I'm going to start at verses 7. It says, Babylon has been a golden cup in the Lord's hand that made all the earth drunken. The nations have drunken of our wine, therefore the nations are mad. What is the wine? The wine is the philosophies. Okay, and that's the spirit, man. This black woman is toast. I'm sitting in the parking lot, getting ready to make moves, man, and you got a beauty supply store here, and you got a nail shop. The black woman go in there and spend all the money with Moab, and then she's going right next to the damn nail. She's only concerned with vanity, synthetic shit, not realism. They spend all their money into these, and it's called Golden Beauty Supply. And then you got Modern Nail Spa. They're not even. They just go. It's just a bunch of bullshit, man. They spend their money on stupidity, which is nothing wrong with getting your hair done. But the fact you going in there and you putting another nation's hair on your head, you know what I'm saying, which is not even yours. That's what makes it so wicked and profound. And that's part of the philosophies in the wine that the other nations are drinking of. But the black woman, she loves to have it so. Because if you leave it up to Eve, she'll never ask for this place to be taken out, man. All right. But it says a golden cup in the Lord's hand that made all the earth drunken. Okay. That golden cup is talking about that power. All right. This might, that the influence that is had over America, or the entire world, because the entire world once upon a time bowed down to the dealings of America, the shady dealings of Babylon the Great. Like after World War II, man, Esau was pretty much untouchable. Nobody would even dare to deal with him. You know, after they, what was that? The atom bomb, and then you had Hiroshima and Nagasaki. When nobody fucking with Esau at that point. Motherfucker like, oh hell no, we don't want no smoke with this devil. But nonetheless, it says here, Babylon is suddenly fallen and destroyed. Howl for her and take balm for our pain. Balm is like a healing agent, okay, like a Neosporin type thing, to put it on a low level. It says to take balm for our pain, if so be she may be healed, okay, and that's what they're trying to do. This is why Biden is passing these stimulus checks and X, Y, and Z. But reality of it is, when you really think about the truth, I wouldn't even really say that they're trying to even really heal Babylon for real. Okay, they're trying to collapse it actually, because they're trying to bring in a digital system. But at a point in time when they was talking about economic forms and keeping the economy afloat, we got to bring mass jobs. They were printing more money, in the form of stimulus checks, different loans, etc. They was printing more money into the Fed, trillions of dollars at a time, which is going to cause the society to hyperinflate. When your goods goes up, things becomes unaffordable. All right, and it says, we would have healed Babylon, but she is not healed. Forsake her and let us go everyone into his own country. For her judgment reaching into the heavens and is lifted into the skies. Okay, and that's what the brother was breaking down on his guy's platform, man. He said, look, America's got to be taken out because they've judged the whole world. They've put hell on the whole world, so it's her time to be judged. That's why we just read in Jeremiah that the time of her judgment is near, because she's put hell on the world. She's committed too many sins, and the main sin of all is that being of taking the Israelites in slavery, and we can read about that in Joel the 3rd chapter. Okay, the second grave sin is the the Momo agenda. They're blatantly opening up that agenda to kids, to anybody. Like now I heard that they got emojis of pregnant men. Like that movie Junior that came out in the early 90s with this guy Arnold Schwarzenegger. Okay, where he was basically pregnant. That's gonna be not too far from reality in the near future, because they're already experimenting on how can men have babies, which is totally wicked. Okay, but that's the nature of this devil, and that's the reason why the Most High has to take this place out. And that's what Mario does not. Mike, Salakia. That's what he don't understand. He's hoping that everything can get back to normal, but in his spirit, he knows that it's falling. Because he even said it. He says with the whole COVID thing, with the whole lockdowns and stuff, he even went into the Operation Dark Winter, which more than likely we can have another lockdown by this winter, which is going to prove to be bad. Because I think what happened this year with that polar vortex hit, I think they were just testing the water. You see, I think they were just testing the water to see how people was going to react, because in the midst of that polar vortex, you had mass blackouts, man, in the neighborhoods, but yet the skyscrapers were lit like Christmas trees. So they were experimenting on what they getting ready to do this winter. So it's going to be a bad winter possibly, man. Extremely cold. People were literally dying from being frostbitten to death. So that's why Yahweh Shai say, pray that your flight be not in winter. All right. So, hey, man, shit, brothers, man, this is the time to really buckle up and lock in the spirit and really send the prayers up and ask the Lord to have mercy and to deliver us, because it's going to get bad. And when Esau does that, that's probably when he's going to make his move. Because why would he make the move in the summertime? It's too convenient. People can run around and do what they want to do. People can fight back. But in the wintertime, you're getting thrown out of your apartment in sub-0 degree weather. Man, that's going to be torturous, man. It was even accounts that Esau made couples sit outside on the concrete in the brick cold while he was interrogating them, man. And then, not alone, dogs. So it's getting ready to be bad out here for our people, man. And that's why, hey, Mike, man, you got to get it together, bro. You got to really... You claim you're a Christian, man. You got to really, really analyze some scriptures, man. And you got to really learn from your teachers, man, which is the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. All right. So, matter of fact, let me look that up. Teach you again. Matter of fact, not taught again. It's teach again. It says be teacher, you need to be taught again. You find that. Yep, Hebrews 5:12. It says here, for when the time ye ought to be teachers, you have need that one teach you again, which be the first principles of the oracles of the Most High, and are become such as need of milk and not of strong meat. So you got to go back to the drawing board. You got to go back to the scriptures. You got to cut all the madness you've learned in Christianity, man. You got to come under the new tutelage, man, which is the Israelites, because believe it or not, you are an Israelite, bro. Okay, you are of the descendant of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. And I can just tell by watching videos and the spirit that you come with. You are definitely an Israelite, you know. And, you know, you these people like Mario, I don't know, Mario, I can't judge a book by its cover, but from what it's looking like, you deal with a bunch of Edomites on your forum. So eventually you're going to have to get with the program, man. And if you're not of the elect, then you're just not of the elect. But nonetheless, brothers have been hitting your channel up, and they've been going into various scripts because this truth is spreading like wildfire. And let's prove that. This is the book of Deuteronomy 32, and I'm going to start at verses 1. It says, "Give ear, O ye heavens, and I will speak, and hear, O earth, the words of my mouth. It says, my doctrine should drop as the rain, and my speech should distew as the dew, and a small rain upon the tender herb, as upon the showers upon the grass." So that's symbolic for this truth being worldwide. Okay, because when you think of a morning mist or a morning dew, you can see everything around you is pretty much moist from the dew of heaven or from the earth, you know, because back in the ancient world, they never heard of rain, but instead the earth is natural. You can say you have natural, what they call that, irrigation system. The earth has a natural irrigation system within the earth, and it wets and it you know, moisturizes the grass, etc. You see what I'm saying? The earth has its natural filters in it, but Esau has disrupted that. It says, "Because I will publish the name of the Lord, which is Yahweh, and His Son, and Yahweh Shai. Ascribe ye unto our power." Okay? He is the rock. His work is perfect. For all His ways are judgment. A power of truth, and without iniquity. Just and right He is. So you got to relearn everything, man. And you know what? The beautiful thing of it is, if you do relearn this, you can also add on the fact that you're very skilled when it comes to the economy, man. Okay? You know a lot about the money system, you know, which you can always learn more, but you have to understand how it operates and what geopolitics is when it deals with war and economic policies and so forth, because these nations are getting ready to go to war, bro. You know, World War III. And like the brother said on your platform, he said that America is not going to come back from this. We're in the time of America's judgment. We're in the time of Babylon the Great being judged, okay, because it's lived wickedly, according to Joel, the 3rd chapter. All right, so let's get this in Jeremiah 50, and I'm going to close it down. I got to make moves. But this is the book of Jeremiah 50, and I'm going to start at verses 8. It says, "Remove out of the midst of Babylon, and go forth out of the land of the Chaldeans, and be as the he-goats before the flocks." It says, "For lo, I will raise and cause to come up against Babylon an assembly of great nations." Now, this hasn't happened yet. It says, "From the north country, and they should set themselves in array against her, and from then she should be taken. Their arrow should be as that of a mighty expert man, and none should return in vain." Okay, and those arrows are going into the nuclear missiles. All right, so America is going to be destroyed by ICBM nuclear missiles, man. All right, Jeremiah 51:1 thus says the Lord, "Behold, I will raise up against Babylon and against them that dwell in the midst of them that rise up against me a destroying wind." The destroying wind is the nuclear destruction. It says, "And will send into Babylon fanners that shall fan her, and should be empty her land. For in a day of trouble she should be against her round about. And against him that bendeth, let the archer bend his bow, and against him that lifteth himself up in the brigade. And spare ye not our young men, and destroy ye utterly all her hopes." Okay, so hey, the Most High is getting ready to take this place out. You got to take heed, bro. And with that, all praises and glory, honor that's due to Yahweh Shai. And with that, shalom and a ball.